Okay, yep, I did that, and the off parts. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Spyro 1. And there's a couple things I wanted to mention before I started. First off, you charge into enemies you've already got the gems from. This includes like if you've died in a world and you've already got the gems, you get these life crystals. Every time you get a certain amount of those, you get an extra life. As you can see here over my Spyro life in the corner there, I have one little orb there, and if I get enough of them, I'll get an extra life. See, every time I get one, you even have a chance of getting an extra life too. Now there's a couple things that also I wanted to talk about today too. The beta demo versions of Spyro the Dragon. I want to talk about them more in the next video, but I just wanted to mention where Stonehill was. That was actually where Town Square was. A level we'll probably get to be seeing later on in this video. But for now, we're gonna hop into we're gonna hop into Dark Hollow. Okay, can I say that right? No. Yeah, okay. Some other differences from the beta versions and demos and everything. The lives, like, you know, those silver life statues that we see in the Spyro game today, this Spyro game, not all the other ones, but those statues were actually gold in the original version. Also, the last gem of every level would actually be in the end warp portal thing that you see, like at the end of the level, that thing that, whoa, takes you back home. That's where you would find the last gem. And also, those platforms that take you back home, they also kind of look like, well, they were dragon platforms originally, like, until they got their own, like, little sprite thing, and they actually became what we see them as today. They look like dragon platforms. Like those dragon platforms you see where there's a dragon there, right, and they stay there and we can save one, like, right after we're done.
Psst, Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He actually told me something I forgot in the controls. You can press triangle and you can go in first person view. Not incredibly useful here in this game. They made it a little more useful in Spyros 2 and 3. Mostly in Spyro 2, but yeah, it's kind of pointless here. I remember one place where I completely missed that gem and I just got there, so I got it this time now. I'm good. I think that's it, and we can go outside now, and we can get that chest and everything that we missed up there. I didn't go into that other section over there just because, you know, it was kind of pointless, but whatever. Now we have the stuff we can use to get through it, because the chest is right up there at the top of that platform right next to us. And I think usually in the first world these chests have 10 gems in them, but they can have more later, and they will have more. And by the way, the gems are in preset locations, so there's no, like, oh, it's a random chance. No, not like, you know, like Spyro, like Hero's Tale or something like that, where the gems are random and infinite. You've only played new Spyro games like The Legend of Spyro, which I hate The Legend of Spyro because it's not really a Spyro game.
I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
Oh yeah, he was just talking about another small mechanic that I forgot to explain. I mentioned before how Spyro has two attacks, the running attack and the flame attack. The flame attack only works on the big guys and small guys without armor. If there's armor, you have to charge into them. Those guys actually, they will pull back their shields when they're going to throw something at you or whatever they do. Or stab you, I think it was. But, and then you can flame them then, but when their shields are up, you have to charge into them. Not that difficult. I wouldn't wait for it. Like, you can't charge into the big guys because you'll bounce back, like so. And I do that on purpose, mind you. Last dragon of this level.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Once again, explaining what I just said. So yeah, here's the return home portal here. And by the way, if you're wondering where I get all like my resources from and like where I know everything, like for the later games that I'm not exactly familiar with, well, I'm familiar with most of the original series, but well, I am familiar with the entire original series, but if you're not as familiar with the series and you want some like walkthroughs and tips and just a general nice Spyro fan base, the nice Spyro like fan base, you know, website, just go to darkspyro.net. That's where I am, and That's where all my stuff is. Also, as you'll notice here, there's a dragon statue in this. There's one of these, at least one of these in every level. You can grab it and take the extra life. Now those statues that I just collected are what I said was gold in the beta. And are we done here? Yeah, we're done here. Okay. By the way, as you will notice too, is that there's a good number of eggs. I think there's only 2 in this first home world, but there's like 12 or something like that overall. We'll find them all by the time we're halfway done through the game. They're really not spread out. I'm not going to count right now, but you can see up at the top there's like a total number overall of how many you have. They're actually what you need to get past the 3rd home world. Like, you actually need dragon eggs, but you know, by the time we're done the 3rd home world, we'll actually have them all, because there's none in the 4th, 5th, or 6th home worlds. Okay, let's not waste any time here. Let's go right to Town Square. Town Square is probably the longest level here, and I can't even tell what time we're up to, so I'll check when we're loading. Okay. And yes, even though those guys are still holding gems in their hand, they still only give the single crystal things. And I'm about at 6 minutes, whatever. Okay. So it started here. Yep, chickens. There are chickens here. Oh. Okay. Yep, this is really gonna be a level where we first get into like the techniques of jumping and gliding, because that's kind of mandatory now to actually get through the level.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro.
Yeah, you did it a little bit when you were in Stonehill, but now it's actually more mandatory to get to the end of the level and not just through. These bowls are kind of weird. They give you your gems if you just charge into them, but they're actually in the ground. And you can flame them to defeat them, but there's no point. You can just leave them behind, and because you already have the gems. Or you could just flame them from the front to defeat them, but you know, there's really no point. You can just charge right into them and just go on with them. Now this level, I get some lag on for some reason, but I don't really know why it is, but whenever I'm playing, especially Spyro 2 and 3 on the PlayStation, downloaded from PlayStation Network here, or PlayStation 3.
I had the word.
Yeah, whatever. But for whatever reason, I get a whole bunch of lag. I guess the PlayStation wasn't powerful enough to support PlayStation 3 games download. I don't know. It's probably just like whatever emulator they used or whatever they used to emulate the PlayStation. Just wasn't in touch with the full power of the Sony PlayStation 3. So I don't know. It beats me, but I don't know why there's so much lag here. Hopefully, it won't become too much of an issue in the later parts, but we'll see. Spyro 3 is Spyro 1 is actually the only game I've actually played all the way through on the PlayStation 3. The other ones I just played through on my PSP and stuff like that, because I had my PSP a long time before I had my PS3, and there's no lag on the PS3, by the way, or PSP.
And he's stolen a dragon egg.
Yeah, he's just trying to steal thieves. But yeah, I have both the PSP and the PS3, and there's no lag for the downloadable PS1 games on the PSP, but there is some on the PlayStation 3. I have no idea why. You know, whoever's responsible needs to go and fix that, because it gets on my nerves sometimes with Spyro 2. I don't know why the PlayStation 3 can't run games that were designed to run on systems that are 2 generations before it, but whatever. That guy is hard to get if you don't catch him right here at the door, because sometimes he'll run very far, and they were kind of mean at this location with gems here. Most people wouldn't think to look back there, and it confused me a lot of times. They got me on my practice run the other day. Jump over here. They're not very hard. They usually give you gems to show you where you have to go. Even with the difficult jumps, if you pay attention, the gems will usually show you where to go. Like, there's an example I can think of in the next home world where there's a difficult jump you wouldn't think you would have to make, but they show you the gems right up to the jump, so you know where you have to make it. I think that's it.
Thank you for releasing me.
Jeez, I'm only up to 10 minutes. I have a lot of time left. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna go to the boss just yet. I guess I'll do the flight level real quick. If you haven't seen the flight level, well, it's that secret I was talking about before. Hold on, moving my mic real quick. Okay. I am recording this like just after Spyro my first part of Spyro 1. While it's actually uploading to YouTube, as a matter of fact. I hope it's not going to lag because of that, like the recording, actually, like, whatever. I'm trying to record in a little bit higher frame rate and everything this time, so hopefully it'll work a little bit better. I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to record it a little bit higher this time, so hopefully it'll work out better. I almost yawned there. But yeah, so hopefully it'll look a little bit better, because when I was editing, I realized that the other version kind of looked a little crappy, so let's hope my new file format works. Well, okay. Now you have to jump on all these stones in no particular order. You just have to jump on all of them. They'll flash yellow, and you'll see. Oh my gosh, there's a secret place here. Yep, it's the flight level, Sunny Flight. I think once you go into it the first time, they'll keep the gate down, so you don't have to jump on it every time. Okay, these are flight levels. They're just bonus levels that you really can just get a bunch of gems from, like 300 gems at each level, and they're not incredibly challenging. My first run through, I did 4 of them on my first try through. I did this level in my practice run one time through, so I think I'll be pretty good. So as you can see here, the first thing we're starting off with is the trains. You just need to flame one of the barrels, and it'll explode, and you'll get the second one, easy enough. Okay, next we're going to tackle a couple of these arches real quick, but then we're going to come on to where these planes are flying around. You're going to want to tackle these planes usually head on. The easiest way. 8. Ah, I missed. There's 8 of. Whoa. Okay, slow down here. Dang it. Okay. Maybe I'll fail this one. Okay, there's 3. There's 4. 5. There's 6. Oh no, that's 7. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. And now we're gonna go back to the archers and losing control there for a second. Okay. Halfway there. So you actually get 5 bonuses. You get bonus gems for every single one of the objects you complete, and then you get an all-in-one bonus too. And I think they're like 80 gems a piece or something like that. We'll see afterwards. But for everyone, because I'm about to complete all the archers, I would get a certain amount of bonus, and if I get them all in the same run, I also get a bonus too. I always miss that one. Sorry. Whoa. I'm good here. I have this in the bag. It's not that bad of a speedway. The speedways really aren't that hard. I complained a lot about them in my first game, but I did really well on them. Especially the Spyro 3 speedways. Those are really good. What the heck was... whatever. Okay, it's only 60. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the newer games where they give you 400 gems per speedway. Or at least in Spyro 2. In Spyro 3, they have like all the gems like floating inside the objects themselves, and you get a certain amount as a bonus for getting them all in one. Or no, in Spyro 3 you actually get dragon eggs. Never mind. In Spyro 3 you actually get collectibles and everything in the speedway. In Spyro 2 there's secret missions, but it's easy enough to just do that as it is. And I'm not really getting low on time here, but I don't have enough time to start the next level. I still have like 1.5 minutes left, probably like 2 minutes once I edit out all the beginning crap. But as you'll see, we go over here, we see Toasty here, the boss. Now I don't even know what I'm gonna do here, because when I was doing my practice run, I'm like, geez, I can get all this done in the second part. But yeah, I forgot about the flight level. I didn't do the flight level until later. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna put Toasty in his own separate part. I might, but whatever. So yeah, I don't have anything else I'm gonna do for the next little while until my video time runs out. So I guess in the next part we'll take on Toasty and then maybe head on to the next homeworld. Okay, see you guys then.